I'ma ride the beat. Let the vocals out, now you witnessing a survivor speak. I done messed around and went viral right from my driver's seat. Just like what the industry was containing. I'd rather make a difference instead of hating, complaining. So let me park the whip, it don't matter, rapper or model chick, singer or comedian, perfect. Let's park in politics. Hey, let's park in politics. Welcome to the pullover, let's park in politics. This the pullover, let's park in politics. I say this the pullover, let's park in politics.
Yeah, that's it right there. We parking in politicking tonight. You know what I'm saying? Sounding real good over here. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel tonight? Lockoutmen back at you with the Lockoutmen podcast show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Y'all can come in whenever y'all feel like coming in, but when y'all do, just make sure you hit that like button. I'm just saying, that like button shows YouTube that you guys messing with me. Hey, just hook a brother up. That's all it is. Good times, good conversations, good people. That's what it's all about over here. This is where we park in politic with all our guests tonight. And tonight's guest, well, before I say that, I am your host, Lockoutmen. And before I even talk about this man right here, this a former J&R Schugel guy.
Former.
Yeah, that's former J&R Schugel guy. Now, before we even start the show, my G.
Yeah.
Oh, man. J&R Schugel. I mean, we gonna talk. You know what? You know what? We gonna start this. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you. We're gonna go in here to get a little bit of background about yourself, and we gonna talk about J&R Schugel, man. I mean, it's we're gonna talk about it, man. So let me bring to the stage my guy, Big Will J. Big Will J. Yeah. So what's going on, my guy? Where you at right now, man?
I'm in Albany, Georgia. Georgia.
Wait. I could have sworn when I dialed your phone number, it says Georgia. Are you from Georgia?
No, I was born and raised in Alaska, but I live in Georgia.
Alaska?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You talking about Alaska, the cold state, the igloo, and all like that? That Alaska?
Alaska.
Wait. Now, I don't want to sound stupid or anything like that, man. But black people's down in Alaska, bro.
Oh yeah, they got a couple Army bases, a couple Air Force bases. My parents were military, so that's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. So let's roll it back to Alaska, man. Like both of your parents military, or just the father, or
both of my parents were military. My mom was an aircraft mechanic, and my dad worked in finance. So they met in Alaska, and then had me and my sisters, and it's a beautiful thing. But my parents are from my dad's from Toledo, Ohio, and my mom's from because I know you a Cleveland guy.
Yeah. 216 all day, baby, all day. 216, man. So your father's a Toledo guy.
Yeah, he is.
What about your mom?
My mom, she's actually from Columbus, Georgia. So that's where I moved back home. So, but I used to live in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. So Columbus, Georgia, Toledo, hooked up in Alaska, and out pop you and how many siblings?
Two sisters.
Oh, two. So out pop 3 kids down in Alaska. Hey.
Yes, sir.
How was, man? Look. I watch too much TV, bro. I watch too much TV, man. So get me caught up, man. What was life in Alaska like? For real?
It's not like TV. It's
Dang,
you got
dang.
the biggest city is Anchorage, right? And
Okay.
it's just a melting pot of different communities. I'm talking about
Okay.
you're not going to find the same person up there twice. So
Okay. Okay.
it's really good. It's really nice. The great outdoors, that's true. Everything in Alaska is either going to kill you or eat you.
What?
You got moose, you got bears, you got wolves, you go into the ocean, you got killer
Shark.
whales, orcas.
Wait,
You ain't gonna
piranha.
get no shark. If you get a shark in Alaska, boy,
Piranhas.
it's gonna be all bad. But
You even
yeah,
get piranhas down there, bro?
nah, we ain't got no piranhas. Not yet. Keep going the way everything going. Yeah, not yet. They might drop a couple of them up there, but nah. But it's a beautiful place to visit. Um, it, you
But
know,
is it a beautiful place to live, though?
yes,
Oh, it's a beautiful
it,
place to live. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
it's a nice
Now
place
you
to
said
live.
it is a nice place to live. Ain't like what they ain't like that Hollywood shit with little igloos and all like that. But
Um,
it is cold though, right? I mean, is it winter? Is it winter
biting.
like 365 days there?
No, they got it's actually in the summertime they have 3 to 4 months of nothing but sunlight. It's
Okay.
like the sun
Okay.
stays up almost 24 hours. And
Okay.
in the wintertime, they have about 4 to 5 months of darkness. On the sun only rises for probably about 4 to 5 hours a day. So
Okay. Okay.
if you're up there in North Pole, Fairbanks, um, way out there up north, yeah, you might see some. They don't really have igloos anymore, but they yes, the Eskimos do. They do build those for people to actually go and try them out. But I'm not getting it
Um,
because it's cold outside and it's cold in here, so it's gonna be cold everywhere.
oh man. So what was it
I,
life before trucking, man? So what was it like growing up? How long you guys was there before you actually moved back to the States?
um, I was 15-year-old. I was 15 years old when we left North Pole, Alaska, to come to Dayton, Ohio. So I lived
Okay.
up there for 15 years, man. I loved it. I loved it.
Okay. So what was it like, man? Like what was the little J? What little J got into when he was up in Alaska?
We used to have, oh well, they got these big dump trucks, and when the summer in the not the summertime, but the wintertime, they push all the snow in a cul-de-sac. They'll just make a big hill. So we used to play, King of the Hill, sliding. We used to get in a whole lot of trouble, but being outside because I'm an '80s baby, so you outside until the street light come on. So
Exactly. Exactly. That's me. I'm an 80s kid also, man. You
yeah,
out
so
there. I wasn't in no Alaska, but when the lights came on and the moms come out with the shine,
hey, it's time to go.
trying
It's
to
time
come
to
in
go.
my house. Yo, fellas, peace out.
I gotta
Peace out.
go.
Peace out. We got about same time, same corner. Yeah, all right, cool. We'll be right here. We be like the doo-wop kids. Ooh, 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 you know what I'm saying? So that's how it was. What was man? What was you're a teenager now, so 15. Where were you in school? Like high school or junior
I
high?
was I was in high school when I left. I was like
Oh, okay.
I left when I was going into my sophomore year, and it was like a culture shock because Alaska is like it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. That's
Right.
it. And then once you get down to the lower 48, it's like Wow. So, but I as a kid, I always visit Georgia and Ohio every summer.
Right,
Every
because
summer I was
your mom's people is from Georgia and your pops is from Ohio.
So I
So they kind of
came down to about 48.
yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
gave you a good balance right there to travel between the states. But what I
Oh
want to
yeah.
know is back up in Alaska, back up in high school, what was the female demographic looking like up in Alaska?
Oh man. Oh man.
15 years old, high school, you're a junior, you know what I'm saying? You doing the junior proms, you got them females. I mean, what's going on with the females up in Alaska back in the day? This is back in the day. This is before Facebook, right? This is before
Yeah,
Facebook. This is before cell phones, and you had to call them on a regular rotary phone. People don't know about People don't know about that being on the phone on the couch with your leg up,
you
like,
gotta
what you doing? I'm doing all right. What you watching? I'm watching Transformers. What you watching? You know what I'm saying? They don't know
right.
the struggle. They don't know the struggle
Oh
of being on the phone and had to get one of them extension cords to put in to go from the
the
kitchen
50-foot
back to
extension
the living
cord.
room. Yeah.
Oh man, that shows my age. Okay,
Oh man, those
the
both our
girls,
ages, man.
the girls in Alaska, they ain't no different than the girls down in the lower 48. They just move a little
Mm.
quicker
Oh, they
because they
move a
ain't
little
nothing to
quicker.
do. They
Mm.
move a little quicker.
Mm.
I love all the girls that are in Alaska, man. Don't come back and smack me because it's the truth.
I, I hear you. I hear you.
So,
Would
but
you would you be one of these guys to go back to Alaska, snatch up an Alaskan woman, and then bring her back with you to the States?
no, no.
You said no. What?
They they more territorial. They like,
Oh,
this is mine. This is mine.
oh,
We ain't gonna fight over this. It's either you gonna leave them alone or I'm gonna have to help you leave them alone.
oh,
So
damn! It's like that, bro.
they a little bit. Cuffing season in Alaska is all year round. That's how I put it. Cuffing season is all year round.
If you had the chance to go back now that you spent majority of your life here in the States, would you go back to Alaska?
Most definitely. My best friend still lives in Anchorage. His name is
Oh,
Jeremy too. Yeah,
okay,
he
okay.
he drives the big rig just in the state. He don't go outside the state. So
Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right. So life before trucking, man. You here in the States, you grew up, you of age, you did a whole bunch of stuff while you was before you got into trucking. You did what? You did fast food. What's that? A
I
cemetery? A cemetery,
I
bro. A
I worked I
cemetery?
worked yes, I worked at a cemetery. Now
Oh,
I did it for the money because
yeah,
when
I hear you.
you coming out of high school and they paying you $20 an hour, you like, what I gotta do? I don't care
Cemetery?
what it is. A cemetery.
Well, I talked to a few people that was doing funerals and all like that. So tell me a little bit about cemetery because I already know from a couple of female truckers that did funeral work, the embalm and all like that. But the cemetery is pretty much the last stop on a person's journey to their resting place. So how do you guys prepare for the coffins and stuff like that?
Um, First off, they would, you know, So there's one particular lady, when she passed away, she asked to be on top of a hill so she could look down on everybody when she passed.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
we would dig the hole, and the family came by and said, "Oh, okay, this is a good spot for her last resting place." And just dig a hole, I do the little meet and greet, and put them in the hole, and make sure everything's clean and nice and neat. But it was a very teachable job. I
Okay.
learned a lot from that, as in how to love people while they're here and not when they leave.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. That's why I'm 100 with my moms right now, bro. I mean,
oh yeah, yeah,
even though me and my moms, we, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, I used to be the roughnecking, you know what I'm saying? Not listening to her, kind of wish that she go away type bro. But, as we got older and as we got older and we, growing up with each other, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my 50s and my mom's in her 60s, you know what I'm saying? So every time I go home, I always take it downstairs and just chill out with her and just sit with her and and just vibe with her. You know what I'm saying?
oh
You
yeah.
gotta enjoy your parents while they still here, man.
That's right, man. Since I've been trucking, I always try to make, like, I'm probably maybe 2 hours from Columbus, Georgia. I I just wanted to pull by my mom's house and just honk the horn, just to know her
Exactly.
that, hey, I'm coming through. And
That's what's
that's
up.
that's our sign to, if I'm coming through town, just honk the horn, because it's right off of 80, you know,
What about your
185 south.
what about
Go
your
ahead.
pops though? What about your
Uh,
pops?
my pops left a couple years ago. He lives in Vegas now. He's living his life, which you
Oh,
know
okay, okay.
you gotta
It's
live your life,
70,
man. So
77 degrees, you know what I'm saying? No snow.
no
No,
snow,
my boy Highway Kurt, he's down in Vegas right now, just living it up down there. He's a Cleveland guy too, so
really.
we was going through all of our shit last week and all like that. He's down there, t-shirts, sandals, and all like that. We up here bungled up like Eskimos and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what your
It,
father down
it
there
was
doing.
minus degrees, and I'm looking at them people in Vegas like, I wish it snowed just so people would stop they take their shorts and put some pants on, walking
Oh,
around with
you
t-shirts.
see, you see what happened in Texas. You see what made them come up out of their t-shirts and their
Woo.
jeans and shit. They was
I
getting
don't
it.
think anybody was ready for that. I don't think
Nah,
anybody was
nah,
ready for that. So
nah.
uh,
No,
I
nobody
was
was ready for that.
I was in Missouri when it happened,
Mm.
and all I could hear was just like, man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad for them, because one thing I know, in Georgia, the first time it snows, they closing all the schools. This is before COVID. It
Mm-hmm.
snowed one time. It didn't even snow. It did in Cleveland or Toledo or Dayton or Indiana. If it snows, they're not going to close school. It
Nah,
closed
nah.
one time.
But you wait,
Closed.
wait, 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 wait. The- During our time, back in the 80s, they ain't close to schools.
They ain't closing
No,
school, especially in Alaska.
we had to walk through mounds of snow. Even when it's snowstorm, we still had to go to school.
Go to school.
Now, if a snowflake hits the ground, school closed.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
I'm like, Sean be like, Sean, my son, when he was going to school, he's like, I wake up, yo, bro, why you ain't in school, bro? Mom called and said it wasn't no school. The fuck?
Where they do that at?
You gotta go to school, man. No, I don't have to go to school. Ain't no school today. I was like, I called downstairs to my mom's. I was like, yo, no school today? Nah, that's what the news says. No school today. How come we couldn't have that shit when I was coming up? What the fuck? Man, but
I really wish they did it when I was in Alaska, because it could be minus 30 degrees and you still going to school. You standing outside waiting for the bus. The wind is beating you up. You can't even look straight because the wind beating you up. But you still went to school. So I give all the props to the people that had the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I don't know about the 90s. God help them.
They don't know the struggle, bro. But man, let's get back to the cemetery though, man. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like, how was well, you of course you said you was doing it for the money, but what was the mentality like, man? I mean, that you had to prepare. Like, I know, like, I've been to of course I've been to a few homegoings myself, but it's already, it's already pre-dug, it's already preset, and then we there, paying our last respects. Then after everybody goes, then what is it like y'all take it up, and what's the process after everybody leaves?
The way I had to prepare myself for the funeral, the seeing people, putting people actually in the ground, I actually had to like walk around and just, because seeing people cry, seeing people emotional is a real big thing in my world. If I see my mother cry, you want to console them. Or if I see my sister cry, you want to come hug them. But my job was not to console them; it was to put their loved ones down in the ground. So I would walk around. I would always say a prayer to myself, that I don't. It's not about me; it's about them. So I don't want their going away to be like, oh man, I'm gonna do the best I can to make sure that everything looks good. Because once they went into the ground, they all left. We took the casket back out, and then we put it down inside the main casket. We sealed it up, put some dirt over it, put their headstone up there, and our job was from Monday through Friday was to make sure that their headstones were clear, clean, and the hardest day was when they had to bury a child that was a preemie. I never told my mom this, because I tell my mom everything. My mom is like, the ear that I go to. This lady lost her child in birth, and the casket wasn't even the size of a small refrigerator that go in your truck. That's how big it was. You're burying a baby. That was real, real tough. But that job made me say, hey, I could get up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and take care of people's loved ones that are in the ground and make sure I do a really good job. Because at 18, 19 years old, you don't have that type of mental responsibility.
Exactly. I mean, 18. 18, 19
That
years
job
old.
right there taught me a lot going on to all my other jobs that I had. You know, of course, you're in high school, you worked at fast food, but when you leave high school and you don't have no plan for your life, you go to the best thing, which is the money. So,
Man,
I if I
that
it
that had to
that
change. That
cemetery
had to change. That had to change you for the
can
that had to give you like real tough skin now. Like, you know, that seeing that at a young age kind of put your perspective, your life in perspective, right? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Check
yeah,
one,
I
two.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me or you can't hear me? Uh-oh. I think wait. I think we probably lost collection. Hold on right quick. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me? It you can't hear. All right, what you might have to do. Hold on. Oh man. Yeah, that's what happened. You had a message that came through, and that knocked your sound out. So come back, step out, and then come back. There you go. There you go. All right, D Nitty, if he's still here, I'm not sure what is going on. I'm not sure what is going on. Whoever's in here, give me a thumbs up, Rush, man, because I can't tell. I can't tell who's all in here. So give me a thumbs up, Rush, everybody, to let me know who's all up in here. All right, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. When you had that, I heard the and
Yeah,
that
man.
might have took you out. All right, so basically
Yeah.
what I was saying is being in a position working at something like that kind of gave you more of a purpose in life at that young age.
Yes, very much. That taught me a whole lot, especially the boss that hired me.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, "Man, you're 19. Why don't you go do something else?" I said, "I'm just looking for a job. You know, I don't want to rely on mom and dad to do things for me because they're only going to give you so much, so you have to earn it. So I wanted to go earn my own. So, but it was well worth it."
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, moving on from that, because you had factory work, fast food. What was the interest? What was the interest in trucking came from?
Um, I've worked in a factory that built engines for trucks. I've worked at parts, labor, everything. And you got tired of the grind, the the
Mm-hmm.
the grind. Even though in trucking you're still grinding miles out, but it's a little bit different than the politics and the he say she say at factories. I mean, you got factories have more drama than anybody, any place. Period. I've
What you mean? You mean it's more drama than trucking?
ain't got nothing
Don't
on trucking. Ain't got
don't
when
don't
you in a
say.
factory, you see each other. You see each other. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes it a little bit more easier to be like in trucking. I could drive away from you.
Okay.
I could drive away. But in the factory, you got to work shoulder to shoulder with them. Shoulder to shoulder. So
so from factory and building all these engines and stuff like that, I mean, that gave you the inspiration to get into trucking?
No. The inspiration to get me into trucking, I have two male cousins. On my mom's side of the family, it's 4 male cousins. That's it. Me, my cousin Nick, my cousin Diego, and my cousin Luke. My cousin Luke and my cousin Nick are both truckers.
Okay.
And there's like, man, you need to get into this trucking thing. You wasting, you just out here spinning your wheels. You don't know what you're gonna do. So I gave it a shot. I went to a technical college to get my CDL, and I had 2 trainers that they were very, very strict, because trucking is no game. You just don't play around with trucking. It's not it's not a joke. It's not a game, but it is fun if you know how to make it fun. But I love trucking. I love it. I wouldn't do nothing else.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, there's nothing else I want to
do. So the 2 family members was like, yo, bro, come on in. It wasn't like they was showing you the money aspect of it, though. It was just more of, you need to come out here and enjoy and try to sightsee and stuff like that, right?
Right. Not just sightsee, but network.
Okay.
That is the key. Okay. If you get into trucking, network. Don't be afraid to talk to other truckers. Some of them might give you some BS bullshit, but some of them gonna give you some real game. And when I started listening to Lockoutmen, when I started listening to you, I was just into trucking. I was just now getting into, all that stuff. And that's how I found the company that I found. But I used to listen to Party Hard, LaShawn Parks, TB, Trucker Brown, and what's the dude? He out west. Oh man, I used to love. He a big brother. The Wright brother.
Oh, the Wright brother.
The Wright brother.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
I like him. And so when I started seeing all these black men and black women getting into trucking, I'm just like, I got to get into this. So I head first, and got out of school, got out of technical college.
What school you went to go and get your license?
West Georgia Technical College.
Okay.
If you're in Southwest Georgia, look them up, guys, because there are some trucking schools that like it that you go to, trucking companies that you go to a trucking school, not like my dad got into trucking, right? And he worked for Snyder. It didn't last long, but I saw that, man, it's a big truck. I was scared at first, but once I said, you know what, if my cousins could do this, I could do this. So West Georgia Technical College, that's their only shout out.
Was that what was that, by a grant, out of pocket? How did you finance it?
In Georgia, I got a Pell Grant, and I think the most I came out of pocket was probably like $500. So it was very well worth the money spent. You go there 4 days a week. They got a day and a night class. You work your butt off, it pays off. That's what I've learned through this all of my 4 years of driving right now. So
all right. What was the after coming out of CDL school, what was the training process like when you got with your first company? Oh, bro, it wasn't that bad, wasn't it?
It's about to get real busy. Okay, I went to Western Express.
Right.
I went to Western Express. God bless my soul for going to Western Express.
Wait. Western Express, bro. Did you? Are you? Well, let's start with this. Are you a felon? Are you a felon?
Oh yeah, man. I've been in some trouble.
Wait, you're a felon?
Yeah,
bro. You the fuck? What you do? I mean, you don't look like a felon, but bro, what you do?
It's called cleaning up.
Oh, God damn!
You cut your hair off.
Mm-hmm.
You cut your face pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
You hold yourself at a different standard, and nobody can tell that you got a checkered past, unless you carry that checkered past with you. You don't do that. So, yeah, I got a couple strikes, but
okay.
I got to wash it. I got to wash all that away through trucking.
I got you. So coming out of school with a bid on your back, it was kind of hard to get into a good trucking company and enter Western Express.
There you go.
If you guys know about Western Express, if you are felon, and this ain't no shot or nothing like that, but for real, if you are a felon and you can't get nowhere, Western Express will take you in. But Western Express will come at you like, yeah, we'll take you in. Come on in. But just know we're gonna fuck you when you come in.
With no grease.
Happened? With none.
No grease.
None.
But I'm gonna tell you the one thing that saved me at Western Express. I had a fucking good trainer.
Okay.
Michael Jones, I still talk to him every day. We talk every day. When I went from school to training, he was like, "You gonna work. You gonna work, man. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show it to you one time and one time only." And that was the best thing that ever happened to me was Western Express. Because if I would have got with a trainer that didn't really care about my career, he would have just been like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, he would have just did you wrong and just for the money. That's about it.
Right. That was it.
But with Western, how long you was with Western Express before you left?
6 months. 6 months. Out the door.
It was that bad.
I went to Western Express with a 2-year med card. I'm a big boy.
Right.
So they put me on this on a CPAP, and you don't have to be fat to be on a CPAP. You could be a 6 foot, 150-pound person and still be on a CPAP. So it's a sleeping disorder.
Wait, you already had a 2-year card. So why you was on the?
Because they fucked me. They said, "Okay, Mr. Williams, we're going to give you a 6-month card." I said,
"Wait,
I just paid."
2-year card.
They don't care. Western Express is the pimp of all pimps. They will welcome you in Roach Motel.
They made they made you do another physical?
Yeah.
After you already had your 2-year card?
Yes.
Wow.
When you do your first day of orientation, you do your drug test, you do your I don't even know why the fuck they even did a fucking drug test. One thing I don't do is I don't shit where I stay.
Okay, I feel you on that. That's what's up.
And it was just like the first day you go in there, they herd your ass in a small ass room and say, okay, everybody has to go take another drug test and a physical. Okay, cool. Let's get this shit out the way because I'm trying to get into my real orientation so I can get on the fucking road and make some money.
Okay.
No. I spent a week in Roach Motel with Western Express and shared a room with another grown ass man. Now, I don't.
Told you that's how they do you. They do you. They do you.
They do you grimy. They do you real grimy.
They get you, man. They get you. They'll bring you on to work, but you gonna go through the mud with Restaurant Express though, for real.
They gonna drag you through the mud. But the best thing that happened with Western Express was my trainer taught me how to react when you get frustrated with trucking or you can't this dude said, if you pull into a truck stop at 9:00 at night, make a spot. And I'm like, for real? You want me to make a parking spot? He's like, yeah. He's like, you see that guy over there park right beside him. He's like, aren't they gonna tell us to move?
Easier.
No.
Yeah, hey, easier said than done, bro. Easier said than done.
And he made me park.
There's been plenty of truck stops that I went to that you couldn't even make a spot. If you tried, you guarantee to be fucked up in the morning. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. I left Little Rock, Arkansas at a pilot and woke up with 2 trucks parked in front of me parallel. I wish I should have took a picture of it, man. I was just like,
bro, I need to get out, bro. Huh? I need to get out, bro.
Do that. Right, you gotta, take your time too. Just don't start your clock. Don't start your clock just for me, but you gotta get out the way. But Western Express was my stepping stone.
How long between Western Express and your current company where you at right now? How long you been driving?
4 years.
4 years. All right. So Western Express, you bounced out of there 6 months. I'm gonna assume that the next company happens to be J&R Schugel.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I remember watching you on YouTube one day. I'm packing my truck up because I like to listen to you while I'm doing something because it sounds like you're talking to me. It doesn't sound like you're talking to you. It sounds like you're talking to me. So I would listen to you, and you was talking about J&R Schugel, and I'm just like, fuck it, man. I'm about to leave this damn company. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. So I checked him out. I gave him a ring. I gave him a call, and she asked me. I forgot who it was. I think her Katie. And she was like, so how'd you hear about it? I said, Lockout, man. She said, who? I said, Lockout.
Yeah, this is the earlier. This is like the early, like before, we actually had a back and forth because when people would call in and they'd be like, well, we heard about you from Lockoutmen, and that's when she started putting 2 and 2 together. She went to the to the internet and started pulling up Lockoutmen, and she saw me, and that's when she called me up. She was like, hey, don't you know we got a whole bunch of people coming in because of you? Really?
Yeah.
So yeah. So
November 1st, I get on the plane and I fly to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It was cold as fuck.
They didn't bring you down. They didn't bring you down to Ohio, bro. With my dude. They ain't take you there. They had to bring you up to Minnesota.
They took me all the way to New Ulm. Now, I've been in some strange places, but if you ain't never been to New Ulm, Minnesota, or drove through it, your life will change. Because
literally
everybody will be looking at you like.
And New Ulm New Ulm, Minnesota is like real slow. I mean,
really slow.
It is really real slow. I mean, to be honest with you, if you want to retire and live out your twilight years, New Ulm, Minnesota will be the place to go. I say the only downside is the wind. I mean, is the weather, because they get it up there. But if you want to be cool and relax and live out your twilight years and hit the cigar while you're on the porch with your leg up, New Ulm, Minnesota will be the place. But they got you up there and hemmed you up with Mr. D, huh? What was all that like, man? I mean, what was the whole experience? Because we got together when I was in the trucking group. Now everybody that was in the trucking group, we was all vibing with one another in the trucking group. You know what I'm saying? We was all vibing in there. It was one guy that was in there that I couldn't fucking stand. And I made it a point to try to run into him up at the terminal. Yeah, but it never manifested. But I think things kind of took a crazy turn when I actually left. When I left J&R Schugel, and I kept coming in there posting new place where I was at.
They didn't like that. There was people at the at the terminal in New Ulm that was like, "Oh, did you hear about?" I'm like, "Who the fuck is y'all talking about?" It's like, well, I'm like, "Damn, it is what it is." Yeah, that's all it can be. But you can't hate on the man because he left.
They hated me after I left. I was like the Don. I mean, not even it's the same thing with the company as a whole too, because after me and Don decided to part ways, I called Katie up. I did that one video after Mark did the video about the lease there, and after he did the video, I was like, I had somebody that kind of helped me to it, and then somebody asked me about the leasing there too, and I was like, well, I'm not sure the leasing because I was a company driver, but I'll look into it. And then when I found out everything I found out, I put the video out. So I called Katie up maybe about a couple of days later, and I said, hey, Katie, I was like, hey, look, I still got people calling me and asking me about J&R Schugel. I said, why don't we do a updated, make the call type deal? I can't talk to you no more. What? Why not? They say they don't want you talking about J&R Schugel no more either. So if you don't mind, can you not talk about J&R Schugel no more? I was like, what? I was like, get out of here. I'm ostracized like that.
Oh yeah. Oh
I was
yeah.
like, okay. I got you. Don't worry about it. I won't talk about you no more, J&R Schugel.
I will. I
Bro,
will.
I
Now,
already did. But what was your experience? What was your experience in the beginning, and why did you leave?
okay, my experience with them. First off, it's sounded and started good.
As
You know,
always.
everything is always um uh my homegirl says sugar plums and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get past that fucking curtain, it's a shit show.
Mm.
Now, I was with them
Speak
for
on it.
2 years,
Speak on it, my brother.
and I don't care what company you're at. When I was with Western Express, I got a raise with Western Express in my 6 months. But I was with J&R Schugel for 2 years and never got a raise. Never. I've asked, and they would say, "Oh, we'll look into it." And I'll say, "Hey, I need more miles." Okay, that week that you asked for those good miles, you'll get them. But after that, you're sitting. I think I sat one day. I had a load that was 475 miles from Indiana to Ohio. And I had to deliver. It was supposed to take 3 days to get there. I don't know what they were thinking, but 3 days on a 475-mile run is not going to keep anybody's lights on. Um, there was one point where I got sick in my truck, and I told them, I said, "Hey, I don't feel good. I can't pick this load up. Are you sure? Why don't you just pull over and take a nap and start up in the morning?" As a rookie, I considered myself a rookie at that time. That's what I did. I got up, still wasn't feeling good. But I did the dumb thing and I kept on going. I ended up twisting my ankle in Pennsylvania. I had a load that was going from Pennsylvania to Union City, Georgia. I didn't make it to Union City, Georgia because I got to Statesville, North Carolina and ended up in the ICU for 5 days.
Wow.
With my body shutting down because my driver manager did not want to listen to how I was feeling.
Wow.
My mother,
who was your driver manager at the time?
Katie, not the Katie you had, but Katie Neatbelt.
Oh, okay.
And see, that's the thing. When I was with Katie, I don't know what happened. I was getting miles. I'm talking about really good miles every week, consistently. But it took a decline. I don't know what time it did, but it started taking a serious decline. So I almost died in the J&R Schugel truck.
What?
And the only way the Lord saved me from that, and my mother. My mom called the state troopers. I sent a text message to her and told her I'm at a rest stop in North Carolina. There's a lot of rest stops in North Carolina.
Right.
And she found out, I told her which way I was coming, and she figured out which rest stop I was at and sent the paramedics to me. The paramedics came, took me to Statesville, North Carolina hospital, and I spent 14 days in the hospital.
What?
I didn't get not one phone call.
What happened?
I was sick. I had the flu, pneumonia. My heart rate was dropping. My kidneys were failing. But this is the kicker. I told my driver manager 4 days before this happened, I don't feel good. Oh, just sleep, just go, just take, take a reset or something, go to a hotel and and rest and start back up on Monday. I did it. Got back in the truck, didn't feel great. So it when when you talk to other people about driving, is you listen to your body, you listen to your
Exactly.
mind and your heart,
Exactly.
and that's what you go with. Because those driver managers, some of them care. I'm not going to say all of them don't, but some of them care, and it's very, very small few driver managers that care. And
So you told so
fat,
you told so you told Katie, um, hey, I'm not feeling right. She was the one that was like, okay, well, just sleep it off or something like that. Sleep it
I
off. Okay, sleep it off, and you get back behind the wheel, and you still not feeling right. And did you call her back up again and be like, look, something's going on?
I drove 750 miles with the flu and pneumonia to North Carolina and pulled over and called her and said, this load is not going to make it to Union City, and I don't think I will either. She said,
Wow.
I had my mom on the phone, and I wish my mom was awake right now, and I'd give her a call just so she could tell you. She heard it she heard it just as much as I heard it. She said, well, you need to get there the best way you can.
Wow.
And I hung the phone up.
Mm.
I called my mom, and I said, Mom, I don't think I can make it. I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning. There was another J&R Schugel driver honking his horn, telling me to switch trailers. I was so tired and so exhausted that I just did it, and I didn't even hook the trailer back up. I just backed into it. I didn't lock nothing down because that's how sick I was. So
Your
fast
mom,
forward.
yeah, your mom called the paramedics, and
And the
they was
state
able to
troopers.
come, and the state trooper. They came there. They see that you wasn't in no good shape, and they took you to the hospital. You was there at the hospital for what, 14 days? What
14
about,
days.
did J&R Schugel try to get a hold of you, try to find out
Hell no,
what's
they didn't.
up?
I'm sorry to go off on you on that one. No. You know what they
You
did?
good.
You know what they did? They ran every drug test they could. When my mom, when I woke up in the ICU, she said, they ran some tests on you. I said, what kind of tests? They ran drug tests on you. They wanted to know if you were drugged up in their truck. I passed every single one of their tests because I told them, I said, when I got out of there, I had the biggest conversation with John Euchre. He was the reefer
Okay.
supervisor,
He was,
and
yeah, he's reefer.
he
Well, let me.
he's go ahead.
He, well, to me, he was a cool guy to me.
He is.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
he he, he is. He John Euchre was the only one that said to me after my whole ordeal in the hospital, "Are you okay?" Because the first thing I did after I got well and was off for a whole month because I had to get all the muscles in my leg to work again, because when your body starts to shut down, your muscles shut down. So I had a walker. I was a 38-year-old man with a walker.
Damn.
Yeah. And my mom's a school teacher, and she had to take time off from school to take care of me. And The first thing J&R Schugel did after I got home, they said, "Oh, we're sorry that it even happened." I said, "Well, if you listen to your drivers, you don't have to listen to all of them because some of them are just pieces of shit. But listen to the ones that are honest with you and say, hey, I don't feel good. I need to take a break." Listen to
Bro. What you been in the hospital for 14 days and the truck's still up at the rest stop. What did they send somebody to come and get the truck or
my mom went and cleaned it out. She
good bet.
She cleaned everything out, took all my stuff out of it. They came and got it, took it back to Ellenwood, Georgia. That terminal is fun. They took it back. They took it back to Ellenwood, and they said, "So whenever you come back, do you want that same truck?" I said, "Why would I want that truck? That truck did not have an APU that worked. It didn't have no AC in the summer, and it didn't have any heat in the winter. So no, I don't want that truck."
So you basically got wait, hold up. They had you in a faulty truck?
Yeah, I was in a faulty truck.
So
they knew I was in a faulty truck.
So that probably could have.
It could have been a lawsuit.
Yeah,
it could have been a lawsuit, but
yeah,
I have a praying mother. I have a praying mom, and she says, "No, that's not the way. There's another way to get your message out to people about what not to do, what you should do." And there's a trucker, CP Trucking. He went to J&R Schugel with me, and he has a YouTube page, and I would always tell him about what's going on with me. Mm-hmm. And he would talk about it, but it wasn't really. It was mainly about he kind of compartmentalized it, made it smaller for everybody else. But yeah, I was in a faulty truck. I was in a real faulty truck. I was in Houston, Texas, where the temperature was 102 with a heat index of 115, and I didn't have air conditioning. Wow. So I went and bought a fan. And this fan, it was a little Mexican lady. She said, "Go get a bag of ice, cut a hole in it, put it in your cooler, and put the fan on top of the cooler."
Top of the cooler, so yeah.
And I made my own air conditioner.
Yeah, I was told when I think that the very first truck I was in when I got the J&R, that the motherfucking AC went out. And I was at a place, and I was, I went in, I said, I'm looking for a fan and all like that. But one of the guys that was telling me, because it was hot that day, and the motherfucking fan kept blowing hot ass air. And I got out of the truck. And I went into the truck stop. And it was an old schooler that told me about, get one, they didn't have a big cooler there at the time, but they had like a little box cooler thingy or whatever. Yeah. So I got that. He told me to get some ice and put it on top of that. And yeah, it did its purpose until I got it back to the damn shop, and I told him I didn't want the truck. I told him right off the rip. I said, "I don't want the truck." But we don't have. I don't want the truck.
Oh yeah.
I'll wait. I said I'll wait, but I don't want this truck. Oh well, we can fit. No. I don't want the truck. Period. Yo, I don't even understand why y'all motherfuckers gave me this piece of shit in the first fucking place. I was supposed to get a new one. That's what I was told. I was told I was getting a new one. I get to the Columbus terminal and they give me the last piece of shit that was on the damn lot. Like, what the fuck, man? Okay, but when it didn't work, I told him I took it up to New Ulm when I had that load and I brought it all the way up to New Ulm. I said, look, I don't want this truck. And Matt at the time, which he was my not only he was my dispatcher, but he was the one that was doing, he was in charge of the equipment too. And I told Matt, I was like, Matt, I'm not driving this truck, bro. And everybody in the shop kept telling Matt, like, well, no, we don't have no new trucks. No, we don't have no new trucks. No, like that. Matt was like, don't we got one over at the Toma? We got one over there. I was like, get me over to Toma and I'll take that truck. And that's exactly what he did. He got me over to Toma. Like I said, Matt, even though he was an asshole, but he was a good asshole to me. So right. I was, when I was telling everybody in the videos and all like that, my experience is not going to be like everybody else's, and damn sure ain't going to be like yours, bro. I mean, you God damn it, man. So after the hospital and getting yourself back together, you went back to him. What was it like going back to him?
When I went back as a fucking asshole. I turned into a whole asshole. I was cussing driver managers out. I was cussing other drivers out, because if you can't listen to me and understand what I'm trying to say to you, I'm done with you. So my patience was very thin with J&R Schugel, from the mechanics to the president. And the thing is, the president is not as bad as what people say he is. He listens. And
yeah, he was a good guy.
Really good guy. I was in New Ulm. This is when I got my new truck. Well, refurbished truck. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm washing my truck. He's like, we got people to wash your truck. I says, no, you got people that standing there and look at you when you have your name to get your truck washed. Cause I don't have to have all the shiny things. I just like a clean truck. I like a clean truck. And
I never washed my truck. My shit was dirty. I kid you not. Every new truck that they gave me, I got the blue Pro Star. That shit was dirty by the time I gave it to them. They gave me a white truck, and when I tore that up, that shit was dirty. They gave me an orange motherfucker, which lasted a good minute. That shit was fucking dirty. And then I think it was a red. Oh shit! I think it was a red truck that I had. That shit was dirty too. All right, so hold on, y'all. He bounced out for a minute. TBE trucking was good. Freeway Kenworth was good. I hope you guys enjoying the conversation. He should be able to pop back in here in a minute. So let's give him a minute to pop back in here, and we will pause for this station identification. Oops, hold on. Let's go back over here. Hold on. There we go. All right, you back, bro? Yeah, we had to pause for a station break. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
Yeah, I got it.
I think your headset probably might have went out.
Nah.
Oh, it didn't go out? Make sure the audio is set back to your headset.
Come on, where you at?
I mean, I hear you. You don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay, you try and set it back to the headset.
Yeah.
All right, would you just go into the audio part where it says cam mic, go to audio, and you should be able to set it for that. Yeah, cam mic, and then go to audio, and then your mic. There you go. All right, there you go. Check 1 2. We good?
There we go.
Okay. Nah, so I was saying that, you know, I never, none of my trucks was washed. I just workhorse them motherfuckers, man.
I did too. From driving in Wisconsin and Massachusetts with the sand, the dirt, all that. But one day I wanted a clean truck. I just wanted a clean truck, so I was out there washing it myself. And he says, "You know, we got people that do that for you." I says, "But they don't want to do it." I'm sitting there because you know you got to go put your name on the list, put your truck number and all that bullshit. I sat there for 6 hours, and all he did was wash out trailers. So it was an older guy. I forgot his name. I wish I knew his name. He says, "Every time you come here, come to me and I'll wash your truck." I said, "I really don't come here that often, but sure." He washed my truck up, and he said, "I appreciate you for not cussing me out, because a lot of truckers cuss those guys out because they don't want to wash. They might have something to do. You know, we don't know." But he said, "I appreciate that you didn't cuss me out." But J&R Schugel, so after I got healed up, I went back to work. I went through 3 or 4 driver managers. I actually had my homeboy that worked for Western Express, that was my trainer, come to J&R Schugel. It didn't last long.
I was about to say, you really think that was a good idea?
It didn't last long.
Wait, did you get the how much of the 1,500 that you got before he left?
I got the whole thing.
He stayed long enough for you to get the 1,500? Oh, okay.
And I stayed long enough to get the 1,500 plus my 2-week vacation. And walked out the door.
All right. So what was it like walking out the door? I mean, would you just call him up? It felt good. Hey, I mean, you just called him up and just say, "Hey, I can't do this no more." Did they try to keep you? That's what I want to know. Did they try to keep you?
They did everything in their possible that was legal possible to keep me. And I said no. I said, I appreciate everything that I learned from this company, because that's all J&R Schugel was for me to learn something. And I learned a whole lot. I learned that when your driver manager calls you instead of puts it on your Qualcomm, that's some bullshit coming your way. If you're a rookie driver and they call you instead of put it on your Qualcomm, you got some bullshit coming your way. Other than that, I wish the best for J&R Schugel. I hope they do the best work they could ever do, but they will never. They sent me an email 2 days ago asking me to come back. Do I miss you? No, I don't miss y'all. No, I really don't.
That's funny, man. That is so funny, bro. Because after I left, of course, you know, I got a call directly from John Euchert, and he was surprised at me leaving. I told him, I was like, look, you know, number one, a better opportunity popped up, and number two, you know, me and Don, You know, we just couldn't see eye to eye on a few things and everything. You know, and it was just it was just better to, you know, it was just better for me to, you know, step out because, you know, like I said, is, you know, Don is
I'll put it
Don
like
is
this: I would replace Don with Troy, and as much as a goofball Troy is, I would replace Troy with Don. Don is he's just too. He sits on his high horse too much,
too
and
much,
and
too
when you
much.
come to me, when I come to you, it's all respect. It's nothing
Exactly.
but respect. But when you come to me yelling at me like I'm your kid, no. I looked at him through the window. I said, "You want to come down and talk? You was saying all that shit on my damn Qualcomm. You can come downstairs and talk to me."
Man,
And
he's
I've only had
intimidating.
he
He's intimidating. He really
when
is.
when I did my orientation, the first day I saw that he was an Alabama fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I love hats. I love hats. And I came in with a Georgia Bulldog hat. And I said, I bet you can't take my hat off. He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's the Bulldogs. You know, we're the best in the SEC." That's how I feel. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I wanted to get under his skin just that one day because he pissed me off for one because he was very unprofessional when he was cussing the driver out about speeding, and I'm sitting in front of you. I'm like, man, you want me to leave? You know, I can leave. You don't have to. I don't have to be here while you degrading this other person. So that was my first experience with Don, and
so so 2 years, 2 years in, 2 years in with J&R Schugel, would you out through your entire experience with J&R Schugel, would you still say that J&R Schugel is a good company to go to?
if you want to stay east of the Mississippi, if you don't mind ha- being in, it's a good company. But if I tell anybody if they want to go to a company as J&R Sugar, I would say I'm gonna tell you 5 things. These 5 things are going to be very important to you. One is home time. 2 is pay. 3 should have been number 3 should have been 1, but your safety. 4 and 5 is all mechanics and all that stuff. But no, I wouldn't tell anybody to go to J&R Schugel because they will bullshit you, and then they'll pull the rug under you and tell you it's your fault. So
Now, I mean, as for a rookie coming out of school, yeah, but as a veteran coming into J&R Schugel, no,
no.
no.
If
I
you want
mean,
to get to learn a learning experience, they will teach you. You will learn. You will. I'll put it like this: you'll learn how to
you'll learn
drive
today.
from Minnesota to Pennsylvania, back and forth, that so well that you'll know every rest stop, truck stop, uh, travel plaza from there, from Minnesota to Pennsylvania. That was my weekly before I would go home.
How do you
And
feel about now? Let me ask you this: how, you know, like when you came in, I think they just changed over the pay schedule to that P3 shit. How did you feel about that, man?
it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. The only part, okay, if you don't have a truck that has an APU that works, so you have to idle your truck, you're not going to get the fuel bonus. if you want to get the mileage bonus, you would have to get on your hands and knees and beg for miles. You would have to say, hey, I need at least one California run, which is far and in between because they give it to the team drivers. So the P3 it's called catfishing, people. The P3 is catfishing.
Tell them again.
You're going to get catfished.
Tell them again about that P3 bullshit. When I came in, I mean, I forgot what they had before the P3, which was a hell of a lot better. But as soon as they changed that over, it's like five things that the camera, the clock, it was so much bullshit. I ain't even get all five. I got all five of them once.
One time.
One time. But after that, it was just the average of the four. It was like 4 cents. It was like 4 cents. I think it was like 5 cents altogether, but it was like 4 cents with the other ones. So along with your thoughts on that P3 bullshit.
it is bullshit. You're gonna say, okay, we're gonna save fuel. How do you save fuel? I'm not gonna save any fuel going up and down mountains at 45,000 pounds.
Up for show. Virginia. 77. Painful.
Cut it out. You are not going to get that fuel bonus.
No, you're not. 20 and they trucks was governed at 65. Going up and down them fucking mountains was 45,000 pounds. You doing 25 period all day. All day. That motherfucking international LT was strained so fucking hard. It's crazy. And then when you go down on the incline, you so fucking happy that you going down the grade to get that speed up. But then you got the motherfucking crawl climb going snitching on your ass.
You're going over the speed limit, and guess what happens? You go over the speed limit. Guess who call you? Motherfucking bald ass Don. That's who gonna call you. So
exactly. I got the calls all the fucking time. So can you tell me why you speeding? Because I'm going down the hill, bro.
You know what happened when they called me?
The truck don't go no faster than 65 fucking miles an hour on the pedal. So the only way that I'm speeding, bro, is the fact that I am going down a hill. And I'm speeding between 65 and 70. Speed limit is 70, bro.
Catfishing.
What about bro? Tell them about the tell them about the turnpike, bro.
Oh, you ain't getting no turnpike. No, you ain't getting no shit. 80 through Pennsylvania to Ohio to Indiana. Fuck it, you getting on 30. You gonna go all through all the motherfucking lights in Indiana. I love Indiana.
All day. But tell them they use fucking I-80. I mean, they use 80-90 for them fucking miles though when they calculate the miles.
Exactly.
They use 80-90. That catfishing. There you go.
Catfishing.
They use 80-90. They use the turnpike for the miles, but yet you can't. You have to go all the way around there, and you won't get those additional fucking miles.
No, you don't get them. And see, my homegirl Coco, she asked me. She's like, why your checks so? She's like, your checks ain't. Your miles ain't adding up to your miles. I'm just like, well, if I tell you, I might have to kill you, because
if I'm coming, I had a load that went from New York, and I couldn't get on 90. I had to take every back road in upstate New York. Now, if you ever been in upstate New York, you are not going to go over 50 miles per hour going up and down those hills.
Nope.
You're not going to. And it took me a whole day to get out of upstate New York.
You had to, like, I think, like a little part of PA, you could take the turnpike. Just in that little part right there.
Just a little bit.
Then you got to get off, and I think it was like 80 or something like that. I think it was 80 regular that you had to go around to get up into New York, but you couldn't get on 94 because I think 94 was the turnpike too, and we couldn't take that. We couldn't take that, so we couldn't take 94. We had to go around that. But if you did take the turnpike though, and you did not get quote unquote permission, because you got to have a penny that you got to sign in on a crawl account with for the turnpike.
Right.
They would either do one or two things. They'll make you pay for the turnpike, or they won't give you your P3 bonus.
I had that happen twice. Oh, don't get on the New Jersey Turnpike either. There's a part you can't. I think it's exit 1 to 7. But anytime after that, you can get on it. But they'll still bitch and complain because you got on the turnpike. And that was my main concern, because coming from Western Express, they didn't give a shit what you got on as long as the load got there on time.
That's when I came from US Express. It was the same thing. I burned the turnpikes. I was down in Texas. I was on the Texas Turnpike, Oklahoma Turnpike. I was, man, look, every chance I got was the turnpike. Hell, I was on the Skyline. I mean, what was it? What's Chicago?
The Sky Bridge?
The Sky Bridge over in Chicago, going 90, going over the. I got on that. I got on that. No problem. But when I get over here to J&R Schugel,
you get on that. They will hang you from your tippy toes if you get on the turnpike and not have a PO.
They say, bro, if you don't have that PO for the turnpike, you're done. You're done. You're not even. They taking your money. They'll call you up and hold your P3 bonus hostage and make you pay on average like about $100 for the turnpike.
And they'll hold it hostage for a whole 30 days until they do another P3.
Exactly. So, and I told like the one I told the one chick I told Haley, because she was the fleet manager after Matt left, and she constantly called me like, well, you was on the turnpike going up in the PA. I was like, I know, because I feel like getting off to go around the fucking world and get right back on it. So I just stayed straight through.
Yeah.
Well, either pay what was it? I think it was $35 or some shit like that, $40. I don't know. Either pay the $40 or you don't get your P3. Now at that time, the first one, I wanted the P3 because that was a lot of money. So yeah, I flipped that, that money. But the second one, because that 1 week was garbage. I pretty much sat for the duration of the fucking week. So when she came back and told me something about that my turnpike was like $75 or some shit like that, I told her, I said, fuck it. Keep that damn bonus because I'm not making no money.
Exactly.
You know. I told her to keep the bonus, man. But
Right.
yeah, that turnpike, man, as soon as I got with the next company and I was in the Facebook group, hashtag freedom. What was my hashtag? It was hashtag open or hashtag freedom or some shit because I kept posting. Every time I get on the turnpike. Hashtag turnpike, hashtag freedom, and everybody in the motherfucking group like, the fuck is he still doing here?
Right. when you have restrictions and you can't get on the turnpike,
that was it. Hashtag unrestricted. That was my hashtag right there. Yeah, unrestricted. That's what it was.
How can I put it? The company I'm with now, I get on whatever I want to get on.
Same here.
The whole Oklahoma Turnpike. I don't know which one it was because I was so happy to get on it. And I got on it and it just rode. It's like, this is what it looks like. I stopped and took a picture just because I'd never been on that turnpike. And I don't take a lot of pictures.
Take a picture, bro, for real.
I had to. I had to.
Man, I know you had to take a picture of the big, what is it? Big I forget what it is. Big Country or whatever. They got that big Indian at the end of the turnpike. The bus stop right there. So you said you had to take a picture of that too.
I had to.
Hey, are you still in? Are you still in the J&R Trucking group?
If I am, I need to take myself out because there ain't nothing there for me no more.
You don't even post anymore.
But this one thing,
I just stayed in there just to fuck with them.
And it's easy to fuck with them. All you gotta do is just say one wrong thing. Oh, they pull their pants up to their goddamn fucking chest and want to beat on their chest and be like, oh, that's not how we do things around here. I don't give a shit. I ain't getting paid what I'm worth. Now, if you have a good driving record, yes, I had a couple loads that were late due to the weather. Maybe a couple of them because I slept in, because I was tired, because I didn't get to go home, because they forgot my home time. Yes, I told them I was going to be late because y'all forgot my home time. What the fuck you forget my home time?
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I've had a heart attack. I sent a message. I would always. My parents are military minded. They would say, "Do things early so you don't have to worry about doing them late." So when I got off my home time, I would send them a message 2 weeks in advance to say, "Hey, I'm taking my home time such and such a time, and I need to be in this such and such a state." Don't ask no questions, just do it. That's how I felt. But the day that I needed to be home to go see the doctor, they sent me to fucking Massachusetts. So
see, that's what the problem I had with Haley. She was fucking with not only she was fucking with my money, but she was fucking with my home time.
Yeah.
Like I when Matt was there, I never had no I never had no problems. And again, this is why I keep telling everybody, when you get a fucking rapport with your fleet manager, your time with the company is gravy. But for whatever reason, that fleet manager leaves and you got to start all over, you're screwed.
My best driver manager,
and that's for any company.
My best driver manager with J&R Schugel was Ron. I don't know his last name. I know his first name. And he used to work for, when they bought Super Service and all that.
Yeah.
Other shit. Ron was the fucking best. Ron and Joel were the best driver managers I fucking had at J&R Schugel. The reason why is they asked me when I wanted to go home. They made sure to say, "Hey, Jeremy, when did you want to go home again?" Yeah, you could play it off like they forgot, but they always ask. But my previous driver managers before those two, it's like they just said, "Fuck it, you just keep driving." No, I want to go home. I'm tired. I've been on the road for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm going home.
Speaking of your time there, what was your company or was your lease?
Company. I was a company driver.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see. Okay. After they started that lease, oh, you can lease this for such and such. It's like, man, it sounds good, but what I've learned is what things sound good doesn't mean they're really good for you. And
I think it's I came in with a guy named Bruce. I think it was like, I want to say 2, 4, 6. I say 8 of us came in. I think out of the 8, 3 was returning. 3 was returning. And 2 was lease drivers. And Bruce showed me the amount of the lease that he was getting. Well, the cent per mile that he was getting for the lease was that at that time, and this is back, let me say 20. Oh my God, I want to say 2017. No, 2016. I want to say 16. I can't remember off when I came in there, but it was 91 cents per mile. That wasn't no money. That wasn't no money. That was not no money. I think he was paying 91 cents a mile. I mean, he was getting 91 cents a mile, and I think the truck lease was for like 500 or 600. I know that I know the truck lease was like low, but at that time it was just leasing. It was pretty much renting the truck. That's what they was doing, because at that time, I don't know what it is now, so don't ask, but back then it wasn't lease option to own. It was more of a lease, just borrowing their truck to make 91 cents a mile. Because when I came in, I came in at about 45, 46. I know it was in the high 40s because I had to negotiate with the chick, because she was telling me that it was like at a different rate, but I negotiated with her because, I told her that what I was getting from US Express and the type of runner I was, and all that good stuff. I told her I can do about 3,300 a week. And she was surprised at that. She was like, "Is that on a regular basis?" I was like, "Yeah." It was like, "Yeah." I said, the only problem was they kept me up in the fucking Northeast and I couldn't, get that. But once I was out of the Northeast, my average miles was about 33 at least.
Right.
So she, okay, no problem. I got you. Soon as I got there, it was over here talking about giving me like 38 cents a mile. And I'm looking at Jonathan like, "Bro, what's this right here?" "Oh, that's your starting." "No, bro. That's not right." What do you mean that's not right? Everybody starts at that. "No, that's not right, bro." So I had to get on the phone and call her right quick, and she was like, what's going on, LaShawn? What's going on?" I was like, 38 cents? That's not what we agreed on. I tell you what, I'm about to hold on. So she called me back and got it right. But then when she called me back to get it right, I get a call from, or Jonathan comes in and brings me into the office, and he goes, we're gonna need to put you with a trainer. The fuck you mean you're gonna have to put me with a trainer? I got 2 years of experience. What you talking about? You're gonna have to put me with a trainer, bro? No, bro. I'm not going out with a trainer. Why do I need to go out with a trainer for? I know how to fucking drive. Shit, I said, didn't you just see me float them fucking gears on that motherfucking manual that you had me driving all over the fucking city? And you want me to go back out with a trainer, bro? For real? Get out of here. So, they went, I guess him and her went back and forth, whatever, and and everything, everything was cool. But like I said, man, like you said, it's catfishing. It's, you get in. It's about, again, if you do go to J&R Schugel, just make sure you get a good fleet manager that y'all two can vibe with. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna take time, and that's what any company that you're gonna get with. It's gonna take a little bit of time, because y'all got to build that rapport with one another. But when y'all get it, then it's cool. Y'all just got to make sure y'all keep it, because after that person leaves and you got to start all over, that's when the shit is garbage. That's when it's garbage.
I was gonna leave when Ron left. When I found out Ron was leaving, and I couldn't leave because I wanted my 2-week vacation, because coming from where I come from, a 2-week vacation, a 2-week paid vacation is lovely. It's lovely. I mean, I said, you know what, I'm gonna stick around, I'm gonna do this, and after my 2-week vacation, I'm just gonna leave the company and say, hey, thank you, but I'm out. And
so
John called me. John Euchre called me. He was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, yeah, man. I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing else. I used to call him the pallbearer, because every time when my homeboy left, John Euchre called him. When there was a girl she went through the orientation. She had 6 years of driving, and she did 1 week and said, I can't do this. John Euchre called her and said, you sure you want to quit? I'm like, God damn, they really need truckers. They really need people to put in them trucks.
Bro, when I literally put them motherfuckers on the map, bro. When I put them on the map, they made me the fucking ambassador of that bitch, yo.
I put it like this. After I started there, they would always put this little thing out like, oh, we got these new group of people in there. And see, Ellenwood, Georgia. They got a terminal in Ellenwood, Georgia. It's an experience. That's all I can say. I ran into one of those guys. I said, oh man, I see you started. He said, yeah, man, this is my first week. I said, so how'd you find out about this company? He said, a guy on YouTube. I was like, black dude, wear a lot of hats. He's like, yeah. He said, does he still work here? I said, hell no.
I had one of my guys. I had one of my guys reach out to me, and they said Lockoutmen. I went up to the L.O.M terminal to do orientation, and they asked me how they found out about the company and this, that, and the third, and he told him, he was like, yeah, it's this dude Lockoutmen on YouTube. He did a lot of videos about you guys and all like that. he said Don got mad at the dude. He was like, "Don't mention that guy's name no more." I was like, hold on. I said, it's like that, bro. He was like, yeah. He said, Don do not like you at all.
Like you.
I said, God damn it, man. I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Don, you know, on an offset. But I am going to give you my opinion. I am going to give you my experience, you know. I mean, you know, I you know, me and Don at the last part of my days there, the things, I mean, the thing between me and Don kind of, you know, went downhill. I mean, the slide started to go down when I had that problem with fucking Boar's Head. And when
that's a nightmare. Boar's Head is a nightmare.
Oh my God. I got so you guys already know the story. I think I've told it plenty of times. You know, to make a long story short, the temperature wasn't right. Boar's Head took the trailer. You know, they did whatever they did. That was that Friday. I went home Friday. Matt called me Friday to let me know that, you know, Boris, you know, about the temperature thing and all like that. And then Monday morning, Matt calls me for a load, but he called me again and told me that I had to bring the truck in because Don was terminating me. And I was like, terminating me for, you know, for what? I said, well, for what? Because of the Boar's Head? I mean, because of the temperature thing? I mean, I mean, you know, it was a mistake. You know, unfortunately, I didn't catch it. Like I said, I saw, you know, temperature was right before I got, you know, when I did my pre-trip, temperature was right and everything. But when I went in there to, I said, the only thing that it could have had happened is when I went into fuel. All right. Unfortunately, I didn't eyeball it because I already did my pre-trip for that morning. So obviously somebody came on the side, fuck with it or whatever, you know, motherfuckers do that crazy shit in the fuel island. So when he told me that, I was like, oh, well, oh, okay. Nope. Oh, okay. You know, I said, I got my CDLs. I'm cool. Whatever. Told my son, you know, packed up the truck, you know, cleaned it out and all like that, you know, had my son follow me to Columbus. But while on my way to Columbus, and I have to shout out to everybody that, you know, again, shout out to everybody that worked into getting me, you know, keeping me on, because when I left the house, I was terminated. About time I got to the terminal, I was still on the payroll. So shout out to John Euchert. Shout out to the young lady, to Katie. Shout out to, you know, definitely Matt. You know, definitely Matt. And the girl in payroll had something to do with it. And
Judy. Was it Judy?
Yeah, Judy had something to do with it. And the chick in HR, I forgot her name. I just talked to her just a couple of weeks ago too. I forgot her name.
It was a very big deal. It was a very big deal.
I know, because I heard. I'll tell you what I heard in a minute. So after all of that, I finally get back to the terminal, and that's when I got on the phone with Don, and Don was like, well, against my best, he said, against his best something, you know, we're going to keep you on, you know, but this time we're going to, you know, keep you on probation, you know, I think it was like 30-day probation or 90-day probation or something like that. And I was like, cool, I was like, cool. But what Don told me, there was a freight claim for X amount of dollars because Boar's Head didn't keep the product. But John told me that there wasn't no freight claim. Because John was like, he said, wait, what? I said, yeah, that's what he was terminating me for because of the freight claim. It was X amount of dollars and Boar's Head didn't keep the trailer. He was like, no, Boar's Head kept the trailer. They kept the product. They was able to save the product. That's not what I was told. I was told that, so I was like, okay. So I already felt some kind of way with Don anyway after he told me that. But I appreciate everybody else that came and help me keep my job or whatever. Yeah. But man, they sent out the Qualcomm message to you guys quick.
Real quick. And made a weekly announcement. Please check your temperatures. Please check your temperatures. I'm just like, why? But we'll see. My first experience about
they ain't even say my name. They ain't even said my name. They told you guys that it was a driver that did something with the temperature. He didn't check his temperature or some shit like that. I don't know. Right. But it said it was a driver that didn't take his temperature and cost the company a lot of money. I was like, yeah, that was me. Say the name.
But one thing I do know, when I was working at J&R Schugel, there was a guy that came around, and I guess he didn't know I was in my truck. Mm-hmm. And I had a freezer load, and it was running on continuous. And you hear that Thermo King when it cut off. When it cut off, it's just like complete dead silence. I don't care if your truck running or not.
And you'll wake up if you sleep.
I was asleep. I poked my head out and said, somebody fucking with my shit.
Right.
I pulled the curtain back, rolled down the window, and said, what the fuck are you doing? Oh man, it was a guy that used to work for J&R. I don't know how long he worked for J&R Schugel, but I remember seeing him at the yard in Toma. But this is when I first started. And that's when I found out that people will fuck with your shit just because of the fucking company. It doesn't matter what you do. They will fuck with the company. And I'm just like, don't fuck with my shit. I'm pretty much damn near new to this reefer stuff. So yeah, I was checking I tried to check my stuff, but sometimes you try to figure out why the fuck people fuck with your shit, man. Just because they want to fuck with the company. I don't get, fuck with the company. Don't fuck with me.
Not just that, man. People just fuck with the shit just to be fucking with it. Damn, there go a Restaurant Express right there.
Run!
Yeah, it's a Restaurant Express leaving out the casino parking lot right now, bro.
Which one you at?
Yeah, I'm over here at the Hollywood Casino in Columbus.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, this my spot though. That motherfucking pilot over there. That motherfucking pilot over in Columbus.
Don't go there. Don't go there. It's a waste.
It is.
See, I learned from you that casinos have truck parking. And if you smart, you would go park at that truck casino and go in there and get that little free card to play.
Exactly.
If you got a 36-hour, oh, man. See, I'm from the era where, hey, can I get it to go plate? Can I get it to go plate? I got a microwave in the and a refrigerator in my truck. So come on, let me get a couple to go plates. He's like, sure, just give me $5. I was like, all right, cool, bet. So the casinos,
$9.99. All you can fill up the box for, right over here.
And they don't weigh.
$9.90. You pack that motherfucker up as long as you can close the box. $9.99. Because I was tripping. I was trying to walk out. I tried to walk out of there with the motherfucking box open and shit, and the chick was like, "Nah, you got to close it." And I was like, "Yeah, but I can't close it." She was like, "Well, you got to go and put some of that stuff back."
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so I flattened that motherfucker.
Hey, I got a better one. I was going through California. Right before I got out of California, you know, they got the little casino on 10.
Right.
I forgot the name of it. The old school cat said, "Here, I'm gonna give you these rubber bands. Wrap the rubber band around your container, and there you go." I had enough food to last me 2 days.
Man,
old school cats know.
They know. That's why I was saying when I was doing, like I said, when I started, you know, like in the beginning of my YouTube, you know, when I got into trucking, that's what I was doing. I was doing the casino tours, you know what I'm saying, and letting people know, like, yo, check out it's truck parking right here, truck parking right here, and that's when I started saying to myself, like, fuck, let me, you know, I downloaded the poker app. I downloaded the poker app because every time I would find a casino, or, you know, if I come around a casino and find out if they have a poker room, I will also find out if they have truck parking. So yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the keys. If you're in an area that does have a casino and they got truck parking, take your ass there.
Go Choctaw. I think it's called Choctaw.
Oh my God, that's my shit over there. Oklahoma, right there on 69.
Yeah,
right there on 69. They got two of them. It's one in the back and one and the little fuel stop. It's a gas station across the street.
Yep. You can't go wrong.
That's my shit right there. That's my shit right there.
I used to do that cheese run from New Orleans to Texas, or the craft run. I'll take it every time. Every time.
I told John Euchre, I was like, yo, I want that. Cause I went down every time I go there, I either go to Choctaw or Windstar.
Yeah.
All the time.
And I passed up the little casino in Mississippi when I had to drop this load off down here in Georgia. Oh man, what's the name of that? It's on 22.
Shit, as many casinos I've been to, man, I fucking forgot. You guys on 22?
I don't know what it was, but I gotta
admit though, I did have. I mean, you know, considering all the bullshit that was happening, you know, at J&R Schugel, I really did have a good time there, though, man.
I had a fucking ball. I mean, I
really did have a good time there. I mean, you know, despite everything that went on, I mean, with J&R Schugel, man, I mean, with Matt, I had my miles. I was making money. I was going home. But then again, like I said, with Haley coming on, and then that Boris head debacle and all like that, and then the last bit between me and Don, you know, the fun and excitement just kind of went out of the window. And then when I got with the other company, with the new company, and I kept fucking with the people in the Facebook group, it was crazy. Hey, let me ask you this, man. let me ask you this, and I know this, and hey, I appreciate you being on, man. We going back on, we going back on some memories with just J&R Schugel. It's supposed to be life before trucking, but when I get a guest on and we have a good time talking about a company where we was at, man, it is what it is. So between J&R Schugel, the current company, and Western Express, have you ever been pulled over by DOT? And if so, how many times have you been pulled over by DOT?
Twice. One
throughout the whole 4 years.
Yes, and it's both of them were with J&R Schugel. But this is one thing that I would love to tell everybody. Hey, pre-trip, post-trip saves lives.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I agree.
Yeah, your pre-trip and your post-trip will save you a whole lot of headache. A whole lot of headache. I left Texas. I left Dallas, Texas, on my way to drop off in Georgia. I pull over, and here come the Mississippi DOT. Mississippi now. He said, well, it says the guy, he was a brother. He pulled up and said, can I give you an inspection? I said, yeah. Go right ahead. This is my second one. I want to see what you guys, if you guys can find something on my truck and trailer. He says, I'm going to do a whole thing. I said, go right ahead. And I passed. And when I sent that in, because you're supposed to send it into the company.
Right. Did they give you anything for that? I got when I was with the other company, man, when I was with the other company, I got $100 every time I pass. And I think I got pulled over twice in Ohio. Motherfucking DOT. The first time it was a trooper the first time, and then the second time is actually when I went through the weigh station coming in off 70. But the motherfucking trooper, I'm over here like, driving, bumping and all like that. I just happened to look on the side in the mirror like, dude over here like,
pull over.
I said, I be damn. I said it was during the day, so the lights wasn't on. So I know it wasn't the lights. The lights wasn't on during the day. So I get over, I pull over into the actually it wasn't the way state, it was the rest stop, pull up in the rest stop, another trooper or the white vehicle come up. It was a trooper in a white vehicle. This dude comes out with everything. I mean, he came out with the flashlight, came out with the flatbed roller to roll up under the tray. He went all over the thing. He did my e-laws and my license, all like that, man. The window washing, the windshield wipers, the blinkers, all of it. And the only thing that was missing is me doing the motherfucking inspection on me. That's what was missing, bro.
That was
it.
But
everything passed. Everything passed. I called, sent it into the company and all like that, and they gave me $100. So I was like, pfft. Then like I said, the second time, or like I said, or the first, but the other time was when I was coming up I was coming back from Indiana, coming up 70, and that little weigh station was open, and of course my beeper didn't go off. I don't think the beeper ever goes off right there.
It don't.
Yeah. I come to
Never
think
did.
about it, this shit don't even go off when I go past there. But when I go past there now, they're closed. But they was open, roll right up in there, go around, bring in the paperwork. And I think this one was just a driver check or some shit like that, because all they did was just check my license, DOT, and the e-laws, and that was it. And I think I got 100 bones from that one too. So yeah. And with J&R Schugel, I think I got pulled over once by J&R Schugel. I mean, with J&R Schugel. I forgot where I was at. And then I got pulled over twice when I was with US Express. One of the times was in PA when the motherfucking driver tech went out. But that's like doing my rookie season. The motherfucking driver tech went out, and I pulled over to the side trying to get the motherfucker to work. Motherfucker come walking up on the window like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like,
He's like, you ain't never heard of knocking?
No, and I was like, I says, well, I said I pulled over to the side because I'm trying to restart my driver tech. Well, the lights is flashing for you to come into the rest area for the weigh station. I was like, yeah, I know. I wanted to get my driver tech working so that I could come up in there. Nah, I had to go down there. He gave me, well, he ain't give me a ticket, but he written up on the on the inspection sheet that the driver tech was out, and I pulled over to the side of the road and I wasn't supposed to be there or some shit like that. So yeah, man. I'd say maybe four, about 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 4 times for me in my entire driving career. So
right. Yeah, I'll probably get some more later on down the road,
but some more later on down the road, man.
I sure will, because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen, but if you prepare yourself for it, you're at least one step ahead. But when I was with J&R Schugel, I passed twice and didn't get not a thank you. But the CSA score was still going through the roof.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, when you think of J&R Schugel now, I mean, like when I first started there, I don't think they CSA score was as bad, but I think after they brought out Super Service, I think that's when they CSA. Yeah, I think that's when they CSA stores started going up, because I know the one guy, I know the one driver crashed into a car or some shit like that. And then a couple of other drivers started getting into some mishaps, which started elevating their CSA scores, man. And that shit was crazy. Do you feel that working at J&R Schugel at the time, do you feel, with everything that happened to you, do you feel that was like a failure? That was one of your failures in trucking?
No. I think that was
more of a learning experience.
Yeah, a straight learning experience, because everything that I've learned from my training days to where I'm at right now everything's been a learning experience, good or bad. It's always been a learning experience, because I'm thankful to have you guys as platforms, as truck drivers that have shows on either YouTube, Facebook, all those platforms, social media platforms, because I learned from every single one of those truckers and listen to some of the truckers that, because I ask questions. And the first question I asked my cousin is, what is the hardest part in trucking for you?
He said, for me, it was backing. So I learned from that. I said, okay, if he couldn't back, and now he's been driving for 18 years, backing's easy. So
So
yeah,
what is it?
J&R Schugel.
So now that you put in 4 years, what would answer the question? What is the hardest part for you?
In trucking?
Yeah.
Oh man. Being broke down. When you break down and you in the work, listen, I love my peoples. But when they put you in Bates Motel, when you afraid to take your shoes off and the carpet gonna get your socks dirty, yeah, that's the worst part of trucking is you ain't gonna get put in no nice hotel. That's number
I
one.
think I think the hardest part for me, and I'm going back to the beginning. I think the hardest part for me was backing, you know,
Yeah.
but it gets easier. It gets easier with time. I mean, we still have challenges with backing, especially if you're in a tight spot. Make sure you pull your tandems all the way to the back. It is easy. It makes it a lot easy. I'm just saying. Because you don't have that whole trailer sway when it's all the way to the back. You could just roll them tires right into that.
Roll it right in. You better.
But I say another. I say like another hardest part about being a truck driver is excuse me.
I got one.
It's a mixture. Like, if you don't get your home time, and
that's it.
And if you don't get your home time, that could be the hardest part on you too, because you need to get out of this truck though, right? You need to get out of the truck because
it's gonna drive you crazy.
Right. Let me ask you this: Do you think trucking causes depression, or does driving this truck driving the trucks will put you in a depressive state?
Yes. If you do not exit, I mean, yeah, I'm all for keeping that left door closed and riding out. I'm all for that. But there is a point in time that you have to get out of that truck to free your mind. Because when you just keep running that rat race, picking up loads, dropping off loads, picking up loads, dropping off loads, it starts to take a toll on your mind. And once your mind's gone, the rest will go. The rest will just fall apart. So yes, I do believe if you don't take a reset or go on your home time, depression will set in. And once depression sets in, a lot of other things will fall in place that don't need to be there. So yeah, depression will definitely get out that truck if you can. Get out of that truck.
So between now, you did majority of your time was with J&R Schugel, and then you only put in 6 months with Western Express, and then whatever time that you got in with your current company. How long you been with your current company? God damn! Do I have to?
You about to hear something?
Do I have to kick in the timer for you, bro?
Nah, man. I've been with this company for 8 months, 9 months.
Oh, okay. How many miles you think you put in all together in your 4 years? Do you know?
Nah. If I had my GPS, I could pull it up because I don't never clear my miles out. I clear the B mile side out, but I never clear the A side out. But I know from March of last year to now, I'm at 125,000 miles.
Hold on, you say you get wait? What kind of GPS you got? Because I got a Ram McNally from day one that I never mess with as far as commutative miles. What do you got?
Garmin.
Oh, you got. Oh, okay. That's probably I'll probably go back home and see if I can rally that up somewhere. But so the Garmin to keep the miles.
Garmin keeps the A side and the B side. The B side is one that I always reset when I go home, just so I can see how many miles I do in my 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks. And the A side, I don't touch.
Okay.
But when I first started with J&R Schugel, when I had my white truck, and that white truck I done beat her up and put her in the shop. You know, that truck got me 175,000 miles with J&R Schugel.
Okay.
That was my first year. And the second year kind of took a little downhill, but the company that I'm with now, they let you, I call it stretching your legs. You know how runners will stretch their legs, you know, when they start sprinting, their stride gets a little bit longer. With this company, they're letting me stretch my legs. And that's what I like to do. I don't like to do, there's nothing wrong with short runs. Nothing wrong with it. I've done it, and I'll do it if they ever give me a chance. But when you get a 1,500 mile run, stretch your legs. That's what I like. So.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Everybody, I do appreciate you guys being in here. We just having a good conversation right now, but we are about to get on up out of here because brother man do got in the morning. But hey, Big Willie, Jay, man, I really do appreciate you coming in here, reminisce, man, because this all it was. It is all reminisce about this. Hey, but when you left J&R Schugel, did you by chance did you by chance pull your DAC report, man?
No, because there's nothing on my DAC report. I wish I did. The DAC. Well, besides
you can still pull your DAC report, bro.
I can. Even if I left the company.
Go to high. Even if you left the company, you can still pull your DAC report. Go to and do this. I do it now religiously because you can pull your DAC report every year. You know, within the 12-month period, you can pull your DAC report for free. But if you pull your DAC report again within a 12-month period, it's only $10. But bro, pull your DAC report and make sure that that J&R Schugel or Western Express.
I heard about that.
It's been a while for Western Express, but definitely J&R Schugel. Make sure they ain't put nothing on your DAC report, bro.
I heard about that. I just never really thought it would be such of a thing, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Yeah, go to HireRight. Yeah, go to HireRight.com. When you go to HireRight.com, click on DAC report or report for truck drivers or something like that, and fill out the information. And once you send it in, it will be about a week, and you'll get an email with your DAC report, bro. Pull that shit. Don't like I said, if I would have known about it with US Express, I would have known all that bullshit that US Express put on my DAC report. But still, pull that shit every year. You know, even when you leave a company and all like that, because like, let's say if you get into some scrapes or bumps or anything like that, and let's just say that you call up safety and say, oh, well, you know, hey, you know, I scraped the trailer in the yard, and oh, okay, no problem, yada 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 yada. But then when you leave the company,
you got a
they'll
mark on
put
your
it on your
record.
deck report. Exactly.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
dirty. That is
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah, that is
Oh
well.
man.
Well, I mean, think of it this way though. They're not gonna put it on they're not gonna put it on there while you still work for them, you know, because that'll mess up their CSA score. You know what I'm saying? So of course they ain't gonna put on it. Yeah, everything's good.
Man,
I like that. As
when
soon
you
as
gonna start a class, man? When you gonna start
uh,
a trucking
I
class, man?
already got a video on it. I just did. Somebody asked me the question, can you get things removed from your DAC report? And I did a video saying that you yourself can't get nothing removed. The only people that can remove shit off your DAC report is if you go to court, if you take it to court, and then if it's in your favor, then the court will force them to take that shit off your DAC report. But if you don't go to court, only the company that put the shit on there is the company that could take it off.
Wow.
But if you see some issues on there and you dispute it through higher right, then higher right will send a request to the company. And if the company don't respond back to them within 30 days, then higher right will take it off of that. So, but yeah, bro, check your DAC report. Check your DAC report, man, every year. Just like you check your credit report, right? You want to make sure you got that. You want to make sure you got that 600. That's me, 600. I'm just saying.
Oh,
You want to make sure you got that 600 credit report. You pull that shit. Every time I fill out an application, every time I fill out an application, or when I use my credit card, I get a ding says, yo, your credit report changed. I was like, okay, I already know. But your DAC report, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely pull that, man. But Big Willie J, well, you broke down, so ain't no telling how much longer you're gonna be down. But I do got a load that I gotta drop off in the morning. But I do appreciate you being on here with me, man. So definitely come back. I know we didn't mention your current company's name, but maybe when you come back to give us an update on what's went on over there, if anything.
I gotta get through the catfish first. I gotta get through the curtain to see.
The catfish.
Yeah, I gotta get through that first. Once I do, I will definitely hit you up because it's a company that you did.
Okay. See, here's the man. Hold on, I gotta give you the bomb drop, because when I started doing the make the call videos, at first, like with YouTube, I did it as a hobby, and same thing with the make the call videos. I really didn't think it was going to take off the way it did, man, because like I said, I was just kind of doing it for myself, because nobody was doing that when I got hired on with US Express. So yeah, it sort of took off and made a life of its own, man. So I appreciate not only you, but everybody else that think that's a value to them, man. So thank you.
Yo, you're welcome. Thank you for putting it out there. Because if you didn't put out the content that you put out, I would have never ran into J&R Schugel. I would have never ran into the company I'm with now. I would have never put my homeboy on a company that I didn't help him. I said, hey, check this guy out. He know about the company. I don't know nothing about it. So
It is what it is.
Again, y'all, I was the ambassador, and like I tell people now, and this is all from experience because I tell people now, like, yo, if you're not paying me, and not just from referrals, you can keep the referrals. Y'all have a what do you call it? A ad budget. I'm going to say an ad budget. I want that. I don't want the referral because I have a platform, and if I say, yo, J&R Schugel, J&R Schugel, J&R Schugel, then people's going to listen and they're going to come. I mean, give me the referral too, but I want to get paid for promoting you guys. And see, what a lot of people didn't realize, I was getting paid to promote them guys. You know what I'm saying? But see, now I don't promote the companies where I'm at sorely because I'm not getting paid. If they come to me and say, yo, Lockout, we want you to promote such and such and such and such. Oh, okay, well, what we looking at? You know what I'm saying? What we looking at? Well, no, you could get the referral bonus. Yeah, that's cool. That's what you just said. Keyword bonus. So what I'm going to get every week though?
Exactly.
Well, maybe no. My cent per mile is separate. My referral bonus is separate. What I'm going to do to promote you, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can give outside companies like CDL Life and CDLJobs.com that use my damn likeness in one of their promotions, I'm still looking for a paycheck, J&R Schugel. Oh yeah, check out that video. I'm still looking for a paycheck, J&R Schugel. Unless they took it down, still looking for a paycheck though. But they got the money to advertise budget. Thank you.
Yeah.
They got the money to advertise. Why not give some of that money to the drivers that can actually advertise for you? Especially drivers that got YouTube channels, because everybody in a fucking mama Prime has a YouTube channel. Prime.
Yeah.
You should Prime.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Everybody want to come on and say, "Hey, I'm with Prime." I'm just messing with you, Prime. But still, though, if you got drivers that got YouTube channels or Facebook or like an influencer or something like that, shit, pay them a little bit of that advertising budget. I'm just saying.
J&R Schugel should have changed their name to the Lockoutmen Schugel, because when you start seeing brothers and sisters coming to Minnesota, there's a lot of black folk in Minnesota, don't get me wrong. But when they go to New Ulm, Minnesota, they only came because they saw another man of color or whoever put their name out there. They said, "Oh shit, we're gonna try them out."
And again, like I said, I mean, when I did the video, I mean, when you either when you type in J&R Schugel, or hold on, J&R. We about to get off in a minute, y'all. Hold on. Even when you type in like J&R Schugel, my shit still comes up. You know what I'm saying? My shit still comes up when you type in J&R Schugel. Yeah, we talking about J&R Schugel. J&R Schugel. You know what I'm saying? So my shit still come up, like, still. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
And again, I still get emails, I still get DMs of people asking me all the time. I just recently got a messenger over here talking about, well, you know, I'm thinking about going up to J&R Schugel, and do you think their leasing is worth it? And I tell people all the time, like, yo, bro, I'm not with J&R Schugel no more. I guess y'all see the old stuff, but you might want to see the new stuff too. You know, don't just subscribe to just one video. That's what I'm saying. Hook the brother up.
It's funny though, but you know, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to give my whole story on life before trucking, man. It's
no doubt.
If you had to choose from burying people or driving a truck, I'm going with driving the truck. I'm going with driving the truck. I'd rather help give to people than put their family in the ground. That's a blessing to me, is to bless everybody else. So that was my true calling, is to be a trucker. That's all I say.
Well, bro, man, make sure you stay safe out here, man. You know, definitely stay focused and all like that. You know, I wish you well with the current company where you at. You know, hopefully that might be the it, but you know how it is in trucking. You know, we could say that we could say that we want to retire from the one spot, and it never materialized. So, but
I'm always gonna keep my options open.
Success. Oh yeah, much success to you, man. And I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you very much.
Serious, sir.
All right, man. Well, you go ahead and get you some sleep with one eye open at the base motel, and I'm about to go ahead and end the show, man.
All right.
All right, I'll holler back at you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming along with this epic 2-hour and 30-minute episode of the Lockoutmen podcast show with my guy, Big Willie J. You know, we just had so much fun just talking about good times at J&R Schugel. Good times. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. If you like content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell and that all button, and make sure when you leave up out of here, hit that like. I understand. I see it's only 6 of you guys in here, so make sure it's 6 lights up in this piece. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you guys for being here, and I will come back at you guys with another one. Peace.
Yeah, get it in. Yeah, party over here, get it in. Yeah, she like a liquor clear, get it in. Yeah, she get it from a deal, get it in. Yeah, make it disappear, get it in. Yeah, park it in the rear, get it in. Yeah, now make it reappear, get it in. Yeah, freaky with no fear, get it in. Yeah, pop it in the clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah, jump on it, double dutch, girl, get it in. Yeah, drop it, double clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah, pump it up, butt lift, now downshift.